There was a time when I too dismissed climate change, not out of hostility, but out of indifference. This silent denial is perhaps the most insidious, rooted not in malicious intent, but in ignorance, confusion, or apathy. However, indifference cannot shield us from reality. Climate change is real, and those who continue to deny its existence or downplay its urgency must be confronted, not with ridicule, but with reason, empathy, and moral clarity. One cannot help but ask, why is climate change denied by so many despite overwhelming evidence? The answer lies in a complex interplay of factors like political ideology, economic convenience, mistrust of institutions, and psychological fatigue. But the facts remain unshaken by belief. Greenhouse gases trap heat. Carbon dioxide levels are at their highest in over 3 million years. Since 1971, Earth has been absorbing an additional 0.57 joules of energy per square meter every second, which is the energy equivalent of detonating 5 Hiroshima-sized bombs every second. Skeptics often argue that climate fluctuations are natural, pointing to ice ages, volcanic activity, and oceanic oscillations like El Nino. Yet, scientists have long accounted for these variables. Natural forces alone cannot explain the accelerated warming we are witnessing today. The isotopic signatures of atmospheric carbon dioxide match fossil fuel emissions and not volcanic eruptions. Moreover, many natural events, such as large volcanic eruptions, tend to cool the planet. The dominant driver of recent warming is unequivocally human activity. Still, it is worth acknowledging that the denial of climate change is not always rooted in science. It is sometimes a result of disconnection, a detachment from nature that modernity has fostered. In contrast, many tribal and pagan cultures lived with a profound respect for the earth, long before there were satellites or climate models. These communities, guided not by data but by reverence, practiced sustainability instinctively. Their worship of nature, of rivers, forests, and animals emerged not from ignorance but from an understanding that nature's well-being was inseparable from their own. What these societies remind us is that science, while vital, is not the only pathway to environmental stewardship. A moral and cultural obligation to protect the earth can and should exist independently of peer-reviewed journals. Scientific evidence is indispensable in guiding policy and measuring impact, but the foundation of our response must also be ethical. Protecting our planet is not merely a scientific imperative, it is a moral duty. To those who deny climate change, our response must be clear, respectful, and unwavering. We must challenge misinformation not by overwhelming others with data, but by making the crisis tangible. Comparing climate change to gravity, which is undeniable and inescapable, helps reframe the argument. Using analogies, personal stories, and local examples like floods that displace communities, wildfires that destroy homes, helps make the issue real. But facts alone are not enough. Minds change when people feel heard, not attacked. Dialogue must replace confrontation. Denial is often a symptom of deeper fears. Fear of change, fear of loss, fear of powerlessness. Empathy opens the door for truth to enter. History has shown that change is possible. When the world faced the crisis of ozone depletion, it responded decisively and collectively. The ozone layer is now healing. We must find that same clarity of purpose again. Clean energy technologies exist, policy frameworks exist. The tools are in our hands. What remains is the will to act and the courage to insist that others do the same. In the end, responding to climate change denial is not about winning debates. It is about securing a livable future. We must ground our actions in both science and ethics, drawing upon the wisdom of past cultures and the knowledge of the present. The truth is non-negotiable. Climate change is real. Its consequences are here, and addressing it is no longer a choice. It is an obligation.